Well, welcome back everyone. We're back again in the beta world. Today is actually a little bit different. Oh, don't mind the purple chests. Apparently that has to do with this texture pack. So we have purple chests for the month of December. But today we are doing some actual building on the inside of the castle. All the trees grew around here, and I think it looks way nicer. I must have sheared that sheep. Oh yeah, and I made shears, because I'm not stupid. I guess I just forgot that they existed, and I started killing sheep for wool instead of shearing them. But we're doing some planning on the inside of here, and there's actually, so I sat down with my mom last night, and we, spent a good few minutes, maybe like a half hour or so, just planning out what would look good on the inside of this castle. So this is all just really, really basic placeholder stuff to help me get like a visualization of the space and stuff. But I like it so far. Today's project is actually over here. We're going to make the gardener his little garden of wheat. That's what this is going to be. I'm trying to decide. I think this fence actually should. So, the way I've laid this out is that fences are this like dotted dirt, like a dotted path kind of thing, and then this is just like the framing for the house, like the shape of the house. Trying to decide what I want to do, like, as a design for this. But we'll see. I also think it would be nice to not use so much cobble, and on the inside of here use some brick in some places to get like some kind of difference in color to help like just make things a little less repetitive, because I do like the way that bricks look, especially with this old brick texture pack. I mean, they look good even with the beta 1.7.3 textures, but I like the older textures. So I was scouting out this way, which I haven't really gone out this way very much, and I found a decent heap of clay. So we'll go get some. Okay, so don't go there. There it is. I don't know how deep it's gonna go into that. Probably not very, it'll probably just be that. There's some more over there. I have impeccable timing. I don't have, like, any wood on me. We can go get some. We'll make a little bed so that way I don't have to go back. I have to say, it's pretty awesome to see all the support from you guys on, this world and the channel as a whole, so I really appreciate it. Hopefully we don't get, nightmared. Hopefully we can actually sleep. I think as long as we're quick. I think as long as we're quick, we can do it. I think if you sleep like right, like this, the moment you're able to, like before it hits the next level of darkness afterward, I think you're fine. Cool. Okay. It started to actually finally snow outside. We had one decent little dusting, and that was nice. I'd honestly be okay if it kind of just stayed where it was right now. I like it outside. That's a decent helping of clay. That's probably fine for our first little build. We can come back out if we have to. I probably have a boat. Somewhere. I want to do some more exploring in that general direction, but that'll have to wait. Okay, let's get to smelting all this clay. And then in the meantime, we can get some wood and start actually planning out the actual structure of this little build. So I don't know if it's a thing in this version, but we'll try it. So in this version, for those who don't really play this version much, crops are trampled just by walking on them. Like, you don't have to jump or anything, you just literally walk on them and it tramples. Here, I'll show you. If I just walk on this, yeah, see? So I think there's a thing where if you put fences underneath, that it doesn't trample. So let's test that, and if so, then we'll do some fences underneath, and we'll we'll make it so these don't get trampled, because that would suck. Because the ones by my house keep getting trampled. Okay, yeah, so I can hear the fence walking sound, the wood walking. Nope, but it's still. I wonder, is that because it was dry though? I'm not sure if that's a thing in this version. Let's try over by some water. I think it will work, because like I said, I heard the fence, or the wood walking sound, which would mean the game thinks I'm walking on the fence. I think it's because the fence hitbox is so tall that it works like that. I'm not really sure. Okay, I think that works. Okay, cool. So that's what we'll do then for that. We'll put a bunch of fences down on the ground. Okay, I have a ton of fences in here. Okay, I'm gonna do the fences on the side first. I don't think there's any kind of like fence gate in this version. Perfect. Oh my gosh. Perfect. Okay, cool. Let's do that then. Interesting little bug that I've never heard anyone else talk about. But if so when you're mining in the game, the mining and crafting game, you like if you mine a block and then the next block is like barely out of reach, and then you walk forward, I think for some weird reason you like mine the second block faster. It's hard to explain, but I'll show you if it happens. Oh, actually, I have just the thing instead of wearing down the durability on my good shovel. I don't know if this still is persistent in the modern game, but in beta, gold tools are like significantly faster than diamond. I went through several gold shovels to level this place out initially, when I was initially leveling out the ground to build my little castle here. Obviously their durability sucks, but they do mine very fast. That kind of leads me on to something that I've noticed a lot with the modern game that I don't really like. Obviously Mojang still adds stuff. Mojang, Microsoft, I don't know. I mean, are the two really so independent? But they keep adding stuff, obviously, but it feels like the things that they add now, so for example, like, let's think gold tools, right? Just because we were just using a golden tool, it's different, but it serves a different purpose, right? Like, most of the other tool levels are just like straight upgrades to each other, right? Like, iron is better than stone, stone is better than wood, diamond's better than iron. Like, that's the typical progression through the game. There are things like gold that don't really fit into that progression, but they are important because they serve like a very specific function. Like, they're a very niche tool, so they're not like pointless. They just serve a very particular purpose that doesn't always manifest itself. But I think with the modern game, they don't really very often add things like that. Like, they usually just add things that are just strict upgrades or something like that. Like, they seem like they add things that basically are already in the game, but just stronger. So, like, trial chambers, right? Because that was a big thing. Those are just dungeons, but bigger and with more stuff. Which, I mean, yeah, in a way is kind of interesting, but that's not really like, it doesn't really serve a different purpose. In a way, it almost kind of like nullifies dungeons, because it's like, okay, well, why would I ever go look for a dungeon now if I can instead spend that same amount of time going and finding a trial chamber and then get way more stuff out of it? I just feel like that argument can be made for a very, very, very large amount of the modern game. It just seems like they keep adding things that are, well, it's like this, but better, or bigger, or stronger, or, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it doesn't feel like the point is to make the progression deeper. Like, the point isn't to make the game more interesting or more deep. The point is just to add something new that people will talk about, and that's it. A good example is, like I said, the trial chambers, but also netherite. I think netherite is stupid. I think it's the dumbest thing ever, but I do think the idea of having something important in the nether like that is cool. Like, I think the idea of having something like that in the nether is very interesting, especially because the nether, even still after the fact, is kind of underutilized. Sure, adventure update, it kind of got a purpose with fortresses, but I mean, I don't know, the whole endgame thing in Minecraft is a different can of worms for me. But I think it's dumb that they added something like that, because in my mind it wasn't really to serve a new function or purpose. Like, they could have really gone super hard on the whole, like, like, nether is lava, so it has something to do with lava. Like, they did, I think your items, like, can't burn, netherite items can't burn or something like that. But, I mean, maybe I'm just speaking for myself, but let's be real, like, how many times do your items burn? I think I've I think the only times my items have ever burnt is intentionally. So they kind of don't serve a purpose. Like, what would have been interesting would be like, oh, I don't know, like you can make these netherite boots, but instead of just not burning, they let you, I don't know, walk on lava. I don't know. It just seems like the point wasn't to make a new, interesting tool type. The point was just to make diamonds not as important anymore and add something new. And that kind of just sucks, because it feels like Minecraft now is sort of just a content farm of, like, you know how you see those, you guys remember how, like, YouTube Kids was, and I don't know if it is now, but how it was super, like, bad and nasty and things. Like, it feels like modern Minecraft is almost like that, where it's just, like, dangling keys in front of the players, like, ooh, look at this new shiny thing. Instead of actually trying to be an interesting and somewhat innovative game like it used to be. Because the thing is, you know, think what you will about Notch, you know, say what you will about him as a person. I don't really know enough about him to really have a problem with him as a person, but ignoring that, the game itself, Notch was a visionary person in the sense that he had a very large array of ideas, and he had a very clear vision for what he wanted for his game. You know, that's why I think these versions feel so connected, like cohesive, is because, you know, he had this clear vision for what he wanted with his game, and he just made it. Like, he just made it. And there, you can kind of just tell, like, you know, even if some of the things that are added are kind of clunky, especially in this version, very clunky, and usually don't really work how they're supposed to, you can tell that there really was a lot of thought behind it, and that there really was, you know, someone who wanted to make something fun, someone who wanted to just make a fun game that they would have enjoyed, is what it feels like to me. And Minecraft just doesn't really have that now. I think Minecraft is just so focused on, oh, we gotta get our content drop for our players, we gotta meet our margins, we gotta, you know, like, it's just very corporate now. And I just don't really particularly like that. Especially growing up, seeing Minecraft being, like, seeing Minecraft created, and being a part of the development in this period of time where it was basically just a guy and a few people that he knew, just making a game. There's just something about that that's lost. So if we bridge this, I have a very clear vision in my head of this building. I don't know why, but last time I didn't really with the blacksmith, but today, no, I 100% know what I want to do with this guy. Oh my god, I need so much wood. So I was thinking it might be kind of fun to do a secondary series, quote unquote. I do think it would be really fun to do videos on, like, Oblivion or Skyrim. I would say Skyrim more, but I've played Skyrim a lot recently and I'm kind of getting a little bit bored of it. And I haven't played Oblivion as much. And I mean the original, not the shitty Unreal Engine 5 remaster. I hate Unreal Engine. I don't know, I think that'd be kind of fun. You guys, let me know if you think that'd be interesting. I just think that'd be kind of fun to do. It'd be something a little bit different, you know, just something to change it up a little bit every now and then. Whoa. No! Fuck. What? Where did you spawn in from? Here? Weird. What the heck? Oh no, down there. Okay. Why is there slime spawning down here? What? What the heck? Holy... What? What the heck? What is this? What the heck? It's so weird. Okay. I don't know why there were so many slimes down here. And I still don't know what to do with this tree. We're gonna do something with it. We are going to do something with it at some point. We just gotta figure out what that thing is. So, if you have ideas, please let me know, because I don't. Alright, so, here's what I'm thinking. Okay, get out of here. Oh yeah, let's let me try that let me try that thing. Hold on. Yes. Okay, so you can cheer them as they die. Very interesting. Interesting. Yeah. Well, I tried, I guess, to do something different. I really don't like that. That did not look good at all. We'll use brick somewhere else. What did I do for my bricks here that didn't look ugly? Okay, no, you know what? No, I am determined. We can probably make bricks look pretty okay if we do that. Because it doesn't look ugly over there. I ain't no quitter. Mama didn't raid no quitter. Okay, I think it's actually starting to grow on me a little bit. And the color difference is nice. So we have one here, one here, one here, and then one here. I really like this. It's almost like tiles, because it's like 3 by 3 for each of them. It's kind of nice. It's very pleasing. Some people use sand for this, and other people use wool. I like the way that wool looks for it better. I just think it looks a little bit closer to the source style. A little bit. I'm so torn. Oh, I can't tell. Can't tell if I like the bricks or not. So I was thinking, in the spirit of winter and December and all things cold, that it might be kind of fun. I have an alpha world, a snowy alpha world. I think it might be kind of fun to do some videos on that. It also might be fun. This isn't something that I'd be able to do this year. It'd probably be a next year project. But I think it'd be cool to do like a festive town, like a Christmas town. Would be kind of cool. Oh, yeah, I'll use the wood on the sheep. Holy. Still not enough stairs. I don't know if I like that. I don't know how much I like the fact that this house is taller than the wall. Hmm. Wait, whoops. Wait, no. Yes. What? What am I saying? So, we'll do the wood here, and then the wood here. Okay. Then we'll just do a smaller little thing. So is this gonna be weird now? By the way, this is pretty heavily inspired by a pretty awesome looking build that I'm looking at on my second monitor. So if this is your build, if you recognize that this is inspired by your build, just know you're a pretty cool guy. And of course, we have to fix the stupid light leak on the bottom of stairs. So I did this in my beta world with my girlfriend, and I like it. I think the way it looks is really cool. So we do like, if I remember how to even do it, uh, which I'm not right now. Hold on. What? Wait a minute. Oh, I have to do it against that. Okay. That's okay. It's just like a little bridge. Kind of. Nice. I'm actually kind of liking this now. Came in here to do something. That's what I came in here to do. Came to dig, dig, dig. Oh my god. Why? Why did I do that? W- What? Yes, that's why I wanted the door. Get out of here. Hey. Don't really know what I want to do with the edge of that. I do want to do something. I'm not really sure right now, though. You know what? I really was nervous. I really didn't think this would turn out very good. And, you know, it's not not exactly what I was planning. That's for sure. But I don't hate it. I think it looks kind of nice. And I think I like the brick. I think it's a nice change versus all cobble. If these were all cobble base, I think that'd be kind of annoying. But yeah, I think for today, that's where we're gonna leave it. Thanks for giving me your time. I'm gonna go do all the other dumb things I have to do, like school. I hope you all have a good day. Maybe some good hot chocolate or something to cozy up in the nice winter weather. Unless you live on the opposite side of the planet, in which case, happy summer. Yeah. Well, thanks for your time, and I'll see you guys again soon.